You want to introduce him, will
I'd like to introduce Luke. That's Luke. He is the CEO of Owls. And me, I'm Steve.
And we're here today to talk about fake carts. And Weedman was discussing this with you, and just like fillers and anything to do with fake. And you had a pretty good question to me. You're like, what do you even mean? What's a fake cart? Like a cart that doesn't have anything in it. You know,
Like it's hot dog water. I always hear that.
Hot dog water. So I think that's a good question, right? So what exactly is fake? So I suppose what I'm doing is I'm putting together fake, bootlegged, whatever. Because you said bootlegged is more like, hey, we're pretending that this is like an Owl's product.
Are we getting knockoffs yet?
No, we won't get knockoffs. That's the beauty of ours. Because of these labels here, it's actually impossible. No one can knock our stuff off. And also, it just takes too much work. It's too much work. Like everyone, they have to order everything. It's not something they can just do overnight at all. And they have to have the etching on the carts, and it's just like.
But what kind of business model is it to say, I'm going to go into the fake cart business? You know, there's lower overhead because you don't have to pay for product. You just send fake carts.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's definitely.
There's money in it.
Well, I've been hearing already about fake carts for a few of the different brands, and
it's got to contain something.
Well, it does, right? So, I think that okay. So, first things first. What exactly is a fake cart or a bootleg cart? So basically, that is a cartridge that is not actually made by the manufacturer, right? So rather than it being like, hey, our carts cost this price because we've got all these employees, staff, marketing, all the work that we put in for years, this is what it is. Someone comes in and goes, well, damn, I can order this packaging from China and I can do this other stuff here and I can just basically piggyback on these guys without putting in half the work, and I can give a subpar product and no one will know the difference, and so I can collect all the money. Now, how do you spot a fake? Well, first things first is always look to the test results. Test results is always first a telltale sign. Are the test results, when you scan the QR code, does it have the company name? Does it have a different company's name? Does it have, how many tests does that have as well? If you see something with like a 99%, it's just bullshit. I mean, it's just, it might not be fake, but it's bullshit.
Wait, stop here.
We've already done a video on this. I don't want to get into it again. But basically, there's no real 99% carts out there because you always put in terps diluters. It's not possible. But anyway, so typically the colors are off. The oil is off. I mean, you can look at a cartridge and they'll have a similar looking cartridge, but what will happen is that you'll see the oil inside and the bubble will move. And if the bubble is moving, it's typically being cut. Right, again, save costs. Hey, put a little bit of MCT oil in there. That used to be the thing in the day. Mm-hmm. The people would when we started with carts. I mean, PG and VG, vegetable glycerin and propylene glycol, were standard. They were standard, and I mean now even on the nicotine side, I know that people still regularly use propylene glycol with nicotine or vegetable glycerin or PEG 400, and. I just want everyone to know that we actually had a customer that asked us like, hey, what exactly is it in the cartridge? Right? So distillate is in the cartridge and terpenes, that's it. We've never any fillers. There's no other crap in there. Another thing you'll see with the fake carts too was like, remember the whole scandal with all the vapes and everyone was getting sick? Because everyone was cutting their stuff with vitamin E acetate, and vitamin E was basically looked the same. Your oil would be hard so the bubble didn't move, and then people were just vaping junk. And that's the other thing that's scary, is like if you buy a product that you don't know where it came from, or for instance somebody calls up a store, they say, hey, I'm with Owls, I'm going to send you some for free, you want to place an order, and then they end up getting subpar products. There's no regulation around it, right? Because it's fake. And so you don't know what you're getting in there, and especially it's not like you're buying a fake bag, right? You're buying something that you're gonna ingest and put in your body. So the last thing you want to do is to buy a product that is not from a reputable distributor or wholesaler. So I think the advice would really be to only buy from like either direct from the store, or make sure that your brands either have some way to tell you how to differentiate yours from others.
But
In terms of fakes.
the vape ban, that's why it is, to make sure you buy your product from your store.
Yes and no. It's also to whittle out people who. I know. Yes and no. I mean, that's not really the main thing. The main thing is they want all the money. I think it would actually be better if taking away from the vape ban, that you could actually just order carts directly from the provider and know that they're legit. I mean, I don't really know how you tell if you go into a store and someone has like a product, unless, as I said, and I'm not trying to toot our own horn here, but unless it's Owls, you know exactly what it is. There's literally no one else that even has any sort of tracking information on their products. There's no way to differentiate any of them, so I don't really know what other people do. I mean, yeah, I don't really know, but there's definitely a bunch of fakes going out there, and it's just important to always stay safe, and that's why I like the amount of work that we put into our products.
This is the reason I'm here. If you remember, I was working with the testing lab. That's how I met you. You kept doing all this testing. I said, this dude's legit. He's legit. He does more testing than anybody I know on his products.
Well, thank you, Steve.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
And that's really it. And I think you look at the ingredients, right? Because it comes from the start to finish, right? It's like if you have good ingredients, it means you have a good product. It means you care. But that doesn't really correlate back to fake products at all. So I suppose I went a little off there. But overall, I think that, the most important thing here is that there is a bunch of fake products out there. I'll tell you this. Delta 9, on the Delta 9 side, there's just like, oh my goodness. Like, if you have any of your friends, and I know that people, you at home, you have, people trying to sell cookies, all that stuff is absolute junk. Any black market stuff, any carts, black market, I mean, no testing, it's junk. I would not believe a thing. I would not touch a black market cart. I mean, if you could get a Delta 8 cart, why would you ever buy a black market brand again? Really, I don't really know why you would take the risk when you could just buy it, a Delta 8 cart in general. But that's really all I gotta say on our carts, on fake carts in general. Just be careful out there. There's so many shysters, and make sure that you either reach out to your provider and ask them how
ask
do
for
you
Owls.
know.
Always ask for Owls.
Or yeah, just save yourself the hassle. Just ask for Owls instead, and just know you're good.
And look for the testing.
And look for the testing. Scan the QR code. Be safe, everyone. Adios.
Adios.
Now, what is a fake cart? I think it's good.
It's not fake. It's not fake. It's
It's
a
not
cart.
a brand name.
Oh, it's no brand. It's a bootleg.
It's a bootleg. And then I suppose fake. Yeah, so we can talk about.